For this exercise, we're going to make a flexible key tag using the Ninja Flex filament and the Flexy extruder print head. The exercise uses an oval key tag, but you can use whatever you like. We just got to keep in mind that the longest it can be is 7 inches because it's a 5-inch platform and the hypotenuse is a little over 7 inches. I'm going to go ahead and get started by clicking on top, and then I'm going to go down to ellipse. I'm going to be drawing in this plane, so I click on the center where I want to start, and I'd like that outline on my key tag to be about 2 3/4 inches, 2.75. Click, and then drag your mouse up, and again, I'm not holding my mouse button down, I'm just moving my mouse up, and I want this to be 1.8. I'm going to hit enter and get to this point before you continue. We want to get your oval or whatever shape you're using ready before you go on. So press pause if you need to. Next thing I'm going to do is move my oval over a little bit. I'm going to close up that sketch palette. Move it over a little bit so that I have some room here to draw the flap. To get rid of the pan hand, I can simply hit escape. Click on the sketch tool and choose line. And my line needs to start at the 2 squares up and on the line for the oval. Click, and we're going to go out, roughly 4 inches. I'm going to go down 2 squares, click, and back, and I can cross into the oval itself. I don't have to worry about overlapping. Click on the green check or press the enter key to be complete. Next thing that we need to do is round these corners. So I'm going to go back to my sketch and fillet. There's also a fillet under modify, but that's for a body, and we're still working on a line sketch. So I click on the first line, click on the second line, and I want this to be 0.35. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, fillet, and I'm going to fillet those, and I want it to be 0.35 also. Hit the stop sketch, and you'll see where you are. Ignore the fact that you've got little squigglets in the wrong place here. Click on the sketch menu again, and this time we're going to choose offset, and we're going to click the curve that we want to offset. You're going to have to click twice. Once you get the red and blue line showing, you should see it throughout, and I'm going to come in, and I want this to be minus 0.090. It's a 1/16 of an inch. Click on OK, and I should now have an inner area, an outer area, and then my oval. And what I need it to be is one continuous piece. To start that, I'm going to go to my sketch menu again, go to trim, and trim will let you get rid of extraneous pieces. Like I need to get rid of that little piece and this little piece. And I need to get rid of this little piece here that's keeping that separate. There's a little piece there and a teeny tiny piece there. Now, if you have a problem and you get carried away and erase something, remember that undo up here is your friend, and that will help you out if you get carried away. Click on Stop Sketch, and we now should be able to click on the oval or move our mouse over the oval, and you should now see that it's a complete loop. This is what we're going to extrude. I'm going to turn things slightly because I like to work in this dimension. Click on it again, right click, and we're going to choose extrude, and we're going to go up 0.125 inches, 1/8 of an inch. Click on OK, and we should now have the bulk of our key tag, our Flexy tag. Now I do want to put some reinforcements in here because this is going to have a lot of stress on it if it's on a bag. I'm going to go now to the Create menu, try again, Modify menu, and I'm going to make a fillet. The fillet is going to be on, move that out of the way, on that edge right there, and my fillet's going to be quite large. I'm going to make my fillet 0.5, click on OK, and then let's rotate to the other side. I can also get to fillet by clicking on the line, right click and choose fillet. It gets you to the exact same thing, and we went with 0.5 for the fillet. Now if you go to the top again, you can see that we've got a nice heavy line there. This is a little bit more reinforced. I want to do the same thing in this area here so that I don't have these hard cuts. Swoop in just a little bit and escape to stop the orbit. Click to show the line, right mouse, fillet, and this is going to be a 0.03. Still didn't type the right thing. 0.035. It's just a small fillet. Click OK, and then we got one more to go. And we got it scooched around. That's the line. Right click, fillet, 0.035, and now we're good. Go back to the top and zoom out. We might have to rotate around a little bit to get back. And grab the hand. There we go. Now the last thing that we want to do in this step is we want to put a fillet around the entire outside of this just to smooth it up just a small amount, make it look better when it prints. I'm going to go to my Modify, Fillet, and then I need to select the edge. Notice when I move over that outside edge, it should have a black line. Click. And the fillet is going to have, gotta play by the rules here. So to find out what's available, I'm going to click on the drop down button. And these are the fillet sizes it's suggesting. I'm going to try 0.035. That's not very much. 0.065 is twice as much, and I think I'd like to go with that. I'm going to click on OK, and then I'd like to do the same thing on the inside of the loop. So again, Modify, Fillet. I should be able to see the line. Go to the drop down button, and I'm going to go with 0.065. Click on the line because it lost it. Come on. It says that's too big, doesn't want to do it. That's the problem, so we're going to pick something smaller, 0.035. That seems to make it happier. Click on OK. And now we've got a nice rounded edge on that. It doesn't come out that rounded. It's just not a sharp edge when it prints out. And you're going to see it's not particularly round. Let's go ahead and save. I want you to stop the recording. Let's go to Flex Tag. I'd like you to stop the recording and get yourself to here before you go on. Get yourself to this point and then start the next step when you're ready.